And now that it's warming up, we really need to be careful, right, Matt?
Yeah, Drew and Lena, this is the time of year that we do need to start paying attention. Obviously, we've been in the deep freeze the last 2.5 weeks or so. We're coming out of it. Now, the good news for flood concerns and all that, which we typically deal with late winter, early spring, is that we're going to have a slow thaw this week. So all the water content we have in the ground is going to slowly melt. That's some good news in that terms, but then we're still dealing with the icing problems over the next couple weeks with that thinning ice. So again, great advice from Drew. Stay off the ice. How many times do we have to say that, right? All right, let's talk about the snow tonight. Look at the chances of that wet snow as it moves in across the area. Most of the area will be covered tonight. We are going to see some rain mixing in with this as well, especially towards daybreak tomorrow, but I really think it's going to be all snow tonight, at least for the first 4 to 5 hours of this. This is a pretty good push. If you join me at 6, I was saying this is a pretty potent area of low pressure. It's going to be a quick hit. This will be out of here by tomorrow morning, but you can see some of the heavier snow showing up. Keep in mind the darker blues. That's because we've got big snowflakes. This is not the dry, fluffy snow that we've had over the last couple weeks. Air temperatures are warmer. That often dictates what kind of snow we're going to get. So when you have these darker blues, it's not because it's particularly heavy. It's because you've got big flakes. So we're seeing a lot of this evaporating before it hits the ground, areas of Erie and Huron County right now. But it's not long until those flakes will start to actually saturate the atmosphere from the top down. We're seeing that in Richland County right now. Mansfield, Belleville, up towards Shelby. Here's a live look right now, courtesy ODOT of 71 at US 30. We have seen some large flakes in the lights here. The roads are fine right now, and I think it just gets kind of sloppy tonight. We're not looking for a huge impactful storm tonight, but it's going to get kind of messy tonight, and with some of those surface temperatures, which have been below freezing, despite the fact we got warm today, those surface temperatures are going to be slick tomorrow morning. So here's a look at the system now. Pretty compact area of low pressure. I've been looking at some of the area roadways back towards Indiana and Chicago just to kind of see how things are behaving, and they are slick back there. You can see this area of snow will work through next couple hours, and again, big wet flakes tonight as this area low pressure pulls through, and then it'll be out of here like we didn't even notice it, right? Hour by hour forecast brought to you by National Design Mart. Models have picked up on this. They were indicating a lot more rain at the beginning, but they've switched to that wet snow. We were expecting that all along. You can see temperatures right at or above freezing, so that's the good news. If we don't get some of those heavier snowfall rates, then that means roads will be just fine. If the snowfall rates get a little heavier, we might have some slick spots tomorrow morning. And then we get one final push as the front moves through tomorrow morning, and then it's out of here. The rest of the day we'll have lingering clouds. It will be windy with this as it moves through, and so kind of a blustery day tomorrow. Despite temperatures being in the 30s, it will feel more like the 20s. And then I throw this in there just to kind of keep your eye on it. A clipper system will be off towards the north, but we may have some snow in the forecast, especially out east as we get on into your Tuesday morning. But in terms of snow tonight, don't expect a lot. I think up to a slushy inch, maybe inch and a half. Most of that will kind of compact as we get some of that rain mixing in tomorrow morning. So not a big event. Again, a little sloppy though on top of the snow that we have. These are your winds. I mentioned it's a potent area of low pressure. Watch as this moves in. This is 5 a.m. Some of these wind gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour. So it will be breezy tomorrow morning as you're up and at them. And you can see as we go throughout the day, still hanging on to some of those strong winds throughout the afternoon. They will start to ease by tomorrow night though as we settle into a brief high pressure. So forecast recap for tomorrow. We'll start with the leftover rain and snow, temps in the 30s. By evening, blustery with lingering clouds, temps in the 30s as well. Switching gears to temperatures. What about that thaw this week? Well, today we finally went above freezing. We've spent 16 days in a row below freezing, nowhere near our record of 38 days in a row back in 1977. So par for the course this time of year. But in terms of that Arctic air, remember it took the dive over the last week. Well, it is now up into Canada. It's going to stay there for a while. So we've just got cold air. We don't have the frigid air, we have cold air, and they were in the 70s and 60s as you saw that snow cover down in Texas up towards Tennessee. We're going to have that moderate brand this week. In fact, I think we're going to hit 40 degrees a couple times this week. So let's look ahead at the weather map this week before we wrap things up. You can see there's our clipper on Tuesday. Pretty quiet weather pattern where it's been so active. That jet will be off towards the north, so we're quiet through the end of the week. Next system I'm watching is this weekend. We're going to see a load of moisture coming out of the Gulf. Looks rainy at this point on into your Saturday and Sunday, so we'll keep an eye on that system. In terms of snowfall, the Euro and the GFS both agree. No big snow systems in the forecast, just a couple little clippers here that may bring some snow out in the snow belt. Your Union Home Mortgage 10-day forecast. Look at the warm-up on Wednesday with some late-day rain. We cool down behind that front, then we're back into the 40s this weekend. And look at this. We stay in the 40s and 30s. Temps should stay above freezing every day this week. That's certainly some good news. We can get the pool out, Drew.
That 48 is sounding pretty good, Matt. Thanks.